What is going on, dudes and dudettes, I guess, even though it says we are 100% dude audience. Just tweeting this out real quick.
Do me a favor, bitch, and stop running your fucking mouth if you're not going to do anything. You're here following me around and trying to dictate me what to do, but guess what? I'm the muscle, so shut your fucking mouth.
Whoa. Can we not talk about this on stream? Can you yell at me later?
Oh, no, it's Skyrim. I'm sorry. Dude, I made my character look so much like me. If I was an elf, it's like scary. I don't know. I've been playing this game for quite some time now.
Such a goblin.
I am addicted. I'm not ashamed to admit that I am addicted to damn Skyrim. So
how was your day?
I'm dealing with some crap from the school. I might have to take another semester because there's no way I can pass like the math. That was not a requirement for my program, but now is a requirement for my program. So I was supposed to graduate next semester, but it looks like I'll be graduating in 2 semesters because I am not paying $5,000. And the problem is I have a 4.0, so they don't want to let me go. But they screwed up my advisor and everything. And they're like, oh, well, who told you? Like, how did you program? I'm like, through the school, through the advisors. Like, well, I wasn't apparently supposed to be in the program because I didn't meet the math requirement, which was not a requirement when I was enrolled. It was just induced as of September. And so I went for a certificate. I applied to graduate my certificate, moved into my into the actual physical degree. I only went for the certificate at first because I didn't know how I was going to take to going back to school. And I'm doing well. Like I said, I have a 4.0, surprisingly. But now I have to take a math because I know I can't pass this math test. And they're like, oh, we have tutoring, we have this and that. I'm an adult learner, like, oh, holy crap. Fuck.
Ranting about college while fighting in Skyrim. Jesus Christ.
I gotta fucking feel my...
Well, that sounds like it sucks.
It does suck.
This is that shit I was talking to you about off the stream was, rumor has it there is a new Friday the 13th movie in the works. I haven't been able to get a hold of Victor Miller in ages. I used to email him fairly regularly, but who knows what the fuck's going on with him now. I'm sure he was busy with court and everything else. I never knew too much about it either. Obviously, he couldn't really share too much. What is up, Razmaz? What's up, Christian? Great to see you guys.
What's up, Christian?
It's fucking Thanksgiving week, so we're having a good time. It's exciting stuff. Just to eat food. I don't really give a shit about the celebration of the holiday in general. I just want to eat the food.
I just want to eat food.
Yeah. I want to cook delicious food and I want to eat delicious food. And any excuse to do that is a good excuse to me. Yeah, slasher fans may be rejoicing soon as there's signs that the long Jason Voorhees drought is coming to an end. The iconic hockey mask killer of the Friday the 13th movies has been trapped in legal limbo. Oh, shit. Due to never-ending litigation between franchise producer Sean S. Cunningham and the original film's writer Victor Miller. Now, however, after delays caused by appeals, COVID-19, and mediation, it seems that there's light at the end of the tunnel. This morning, trusted insider Daniel Reichman teased on his Patreon that a revival may be on the cards, saying a new movie project for Friday the 13th is finally in the works. Then, later in the day, journalist Caleb Williams tweeted an animated GIF of Jason in action, captioning it soon. Daniel Reitman too. I forget what he's responsible for, but he's like a very proven, credible dude for horror leaks in general, from what I read. And has helped like verify a lot of stuff. So this is the most credible news of a new Friday the 13th in a long time. And they basically were able to verify that the LeBron James rumors that I had talked about a while ago were also true.
Wait, so he's
LeBron did come in during the middle of the like court stuff and try to clear it up with his own money and try to produce a new Friday the 13th, but it inevitably fizzled out.
Really?
Yeah.
That was true.
I mean, LeBron has an Oscar with his production company. His production company is amazing. It's I bet you more than anything, he went in there with a bunch of money, and they were probably still bickering at the time, and it was worth less to LeBron than it was trouble. Well, just yesterday, Jason Blum was asked about whether his studio could do what his studio could do for Jason, what they did for Michael Myers in 2018's Halloween, and he said, I don't have an answer to that, but like I said before, I would love to do it, and it's very complicated, but I hope someday. How about that? It's not the answer I want to hear, because I wish it was right away, but it isn't. I would not be surprised, honestly, if they're somehow involved right now. They seem to be sort of unifying a lot of those like legendary slashers under one umbrella, and that would obviously mean, you know, like they might do a crossover like properly. New Friday the 13th movie. I'd like to see Nicholas Winding Refn do it. Yeah, that would be a fucking bonkers movie. I can't even imagine what that would be like. I like his stuff a lot too. I'm pretty sure he's fucking Jeff's like favorite director. Just seeing a new one will be cool. I mean, honestly, I enjoyed even the remake with Derek Mears, obviously. A lot of people hated on that, but I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. In addition, Master of Horror Stephen King revealed earlier this summer that he has a Friday the 13th project ready to go. His version is called I, Jason, and is told from the perspective of Jason as he's repeatedly defeated by gangs of resourceful teenagers. Make that a book or a comic.
That's like, that actually sounds interesting to me.
That was part of the idea for Slash TV originally, was a slasher story from the perspective of a bunch of different slashers. Well, it's like Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th, written by Stephen King and produced by Blumhouse. Sounds like a license to print money to me. Come on, guys, let's get Jason back on our screens. I think that would make for a really stupid movie, but that'd be like Hardcore Henry, the fucking Friday the 13th edition. Yeah, the remake was great. I think it suffered from that the time period it was in, what, like 2009, something like that. I think it was
2009. Then. Yeah, it was when I was out of high school.
It suffered from that like things being really glossy and polished. Like it didn't have like any texture to the movie. It was almost the opposite end of the spectrum of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where that movie feels like it's literally like shitting on your TV screen. It's so dirty and gross. There's like no, like everything, even the kills in the Friday the 13th remake are pretty fucking like clean. And for how like violent and fucking insanely fast and menacing Jason is in that one, it's a fairly like toned down movie gore wise when you look at it against all the other Friday the 13ths. But it's still really good. It's just, again, that thing, like that's one of those ones. I don't know if that was like the early digital cameras they were using in Hollywood or whatever, because that was like a Michael Bay film. So, they're always using like cutting edge equipment and stuff on those movies. But I'm like, it looked too clean to be like a slasher flick. And then I started getting into the CW Friday the 13th series that they were working on in like 2016. And there was like pictures from that floating around for a really long time of the mask and stuff like that weren't really verified, and it was all cracked up. It looked pretty cool. As I looked into it today, I was a bit terrified because it started to sound a little bit like what I've been working on for Camp Rainbow.
Yeah.
One of the few things was like Camp Rainbow I thought would be cool to do a slasher story that's somewhat set in the snow.
In the snow?
Yeah, there's not a lot of them, and Friday the 13th wise, they haven't really done it. Somebody recently, the dude who did Never Hike Alone, released a follow-up to that, and it's actually in the snow, and I was like, oh shit. I saw it with my girlfriend at the cinema. We were just 4 people there. Yeah, that's like the perfect way to fucking see it, though. Yeah, I wanted to do something in the snow, but I guess the CW show. So, Camp Rainbow was like this small town. This original massacre happens at this campground, and completely just like shatters the existence of these teenagers, and they go off into the world, the few that survive and everything, grow up into adults, and all exist in different paths of life in their careers and whatnot, and they're all at different stages of like sort of still coping with the events of what happened back at the camp. The town that the camp was in is like this small New England town, and the way I described it to Ryan and Kevin is it's only on the map because of the massacre. Like, it was a very small town before that. The camp was one of the biggest things to exist in this town. Like, there's not a lot of like amenities or anything like that. Like, the nearest like real grocery store is like a couple towns away and shit like that. It's a very small community. And this massacre sort of put the town on the map for because of the news and sort of like murder tourism. But now it's decades later. The town has developed more. There's more people living there and everything. It's grown up and not necessarily forgot about it, but sort of polished it up and made it even more presentable. So it's more palatable for people to show up there. There's a bit of that. I keep calling it, like in my notes and stuff, it's like a safe danger. Like, people show up there because it's the lore and the legend that Buddy might still be out in those woods somewhere, and it sort of freaks people out. But they show up, they're excited for it. There's merchandising, all this weird shit. It's sort of a gross display of reality. Basically, the final girl of the original massacre is our main character. The idea was like Walking Dead did with zombie movies, the whole what happens after the credit roll. That's what we wanted to do with a slasher movie, was what happens after the credits roll, and people have to grow up. So Shannon Mercer grows up and basically becomes law enforcement and ends up a field agent in the FBI. One of the other kids grows up, he's one of the few that stays local, and he stays local, and he follows in his father's footsteps and becomes the local sheriff. His father actually being the one who put Buddy down in the original massacre when he was a younger man, and the sheriff at the time. But it's basically all these different stories weaving together with different timelines, all this crazy shit going on. And I'm thinking about setting it in winter still, but there's sort of this I didn't want it to be meta like movies are, where it's very self-referential and like poking fun at the slasher genre a lot. Like I want it to be taken seriously, but there was this idea that like the rest of the world also knew about this, obviously, and that's why there was this tourism and everything. And even in my notes, had considered the potential of there being like a Camp Rainbow movie that had been made about it and stuff like that, and that sort of drove tourism up. So then I get on and I start reading about the CW show today, and that's essentially what they were doing with it. And it got completely canned because of Riverdale. So the CW show, all the Jason movies and everything had were like movies based on these real murders, and Jason was a real kid. He is actually out killing people, but in the world of this show, he was believed to actually already be dead, and these kids for some reason go back to Crystal Lake, and Jason shows up, but they say the kids know how to defeat him this time around because they've seen all the movies and stuff like that. So it sounds like it was pitched to be more of like a comedy and less serious and like super meta, which I don't know how I feel about it, but yeah, was very scared for a moment when I started reading about that and was like, holy shit. And like nothing came of it. They did the pilot and it burned out. It's like, I'm not worried. Nothing's going to deter me from doing Camp Rainbow. But yeah. CW series sounded like it could have been cool. It ended up becoming Riverdale instead because evidently Riverdale had a better pilot, so they threw all their money in that instead. But I was sort of like, oh man, what that could have been.
I don't
Sounds
know.
really
The
cool,
only
dude. Oh, thanks, dude. I definitely want to get you, like, I talked to all the dudes. I kind of want, like, everybody I've worked with to do, like, a guest piece for Camp Rainbow eventually. But the more and more I flesh things out, it's feeling like it needs to be, like, a limited ongoing series. Like, I might need to do this thing as, like, eight issues or something. Like, there's a lot of story. Like, what I talked about there is like the opening setup to, I've got to get all of those characters to come back together, and I do have stuff for that. Basically the story is like the onset of the story is there's a big event happening in the town. It's drawing a lot of people in, and all of a sudden there's a new slew of murders. The town is sort of pulling the Jaws angle where they're playing it off. Maybe it's bear attacks, whatever. They're not buying in. Like, obviously they use the legend. They believe the legend in public because it sells. It makes money for the town. It's basically the town's whole economy. So in public they believe in it, but behind closed doors it's just bullshit to sell merch and make money. So they don't believe that Buddy is actually back, and are sort of actively helping to cover it up until the FBI is called in by the local police department to help investigate. And they contact Shannon's branch, and she essentially reluctantly volunteers because she knows the lay of the land. She grew up there, and she's a survivor of the original massacre. She's got some skin in the game. So she goes back to this small town that she went to camp in when she was a kid to investigate this new rash of murders that the town is claiming is animal attacks. And the local sheriff, one of the other kids from the massacre, is trying to get her to help him convince the locals that it might be something different. And they think that it's a copycat killer. And it is somewhere between like Fincher and a slasher movie. Like that's sort of what I'm going for. somewhere between like serial killer, procedural, and slasher movie. And then the third act is just full blown like balls to the wall madness. But a lot to establish early on. So it's like even if I establish that all in one issue, there's still a ton of other shit to get to. We have an ash can planned. That's the first thing we'll be doing. That I've been actively working on. Kevin already did the layout for the cover and stuff on that. So that'll be coming together, and a lot of that'll be shown on the channel as I'm working on it live.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be fun to watch you do that. It's
Yeah.
fucking, oh my God.
You're an
Get the
animal
fuck out of my
with
way.
a Skyrim.
So you know what it is? So there's this legend, there's a dog god. It's an indestructible god,
Oh,
Barbos, whatever.
yes.
I
Of
haven't fucking,
course.
I'm not gonna kill him because I want to get all the Daedric artifacts for that trophy because you know how I like to hunt trophies. Um, so I have him with me, but he won't stop. He just won't shut the fuck up. And he bumps into me as I'm doing shit. But he's indestructible. So I like having him with me because I can't fucking lose. Like it's impossible for me to lose when he's with me.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, Beth's mom just sent me a fucking pothead meme,
but he's
which is
freaking
hilarious because she's like the
it's
most
freaking
wholesome lady in the world.
annoying as fucking hell.
Oh, bummer.
But he's indestructible. So it's like I don't want to do that Daedric artifact quest. I only have a couple more I have to do to get that fucking trophy. But he just pissed me off because I'm in one of the places where I have to do a puzzle and he's like bumping into me as I'm trying to do the puzzle. Like, hello, I have to pull levers here. You just made me pull a wrong fucking lever. God. All right. I'm pausing this while I stream because,
Pausing.
yeah, I'm just quick saving it and I'm just
Because
exiting out of it for a
you
second.
can't focus.
Well, no, it'll just be me constantly muting myself because I'm gonna be here cussing the whole entire time because that's pretty much me when I game.
To just swear at
So
the TV.
yeah, as I sit on the floor like a child here and play up close because you know, like when you feel like I don't know what it is about like if I feel like I'm closer to the screen, I feel like I can't lose. Or if I start losing, I move closer to the screen, like it helps. I think that's just like a gamer thing people do. Like, because I notice like my guy friends, like when I go to my cousin's house and I'm with all the dudes on dude night, like when we play Mortal Kombat or any fighting game or whatever the case when they're playing things, they move closer to the screen too if they're losing. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's not just me. Like it makes us a better player or something. It really doesn't.
Children.
Like I gotta go move my setup so I can sit on the couch like a fucking normal human being here.
Just burns my eyes out of my skull.
Ugh.
Oh, we're at like 700 watch hours now too. That's really fucking cool, you guys.
700 watch hours.
Flying towards 1,000, and then we'll be a fourth of the way there. All
Hot
these
damn.
cool motherfuckers showing up and watching our streams.
So, oh, you're snorkeling now.
Yeah. What a day. I think I'm going to work on a sketch card, but I don't know what the fuck I want to draw right now. Need to come up with all of the character, like so many character designs for Camp Rainbow. That's the big struggle currently is nailing down how everybody looks, and a majority of the characters have multiple time periods they exist in. So I have like teenage versions of characters and adult versions of characters. Damaged versions of characters, deaths to figure out. Lots of things already laid out, but like stuff that's like it's almost like a first draft where I'm like, oh, this is a cool idea and this, but I'm like, it's not necessarily like fully mapped out in sequence for a script or anything. It's just like, oh, I want this guy to get his head crushed, stuff like that. So
Sorry,
things I need.
my client's texting me. I'm listening to you. I may not look like I'm paying attention, but I'm listening to you. Just my client from work is texting me about tomorrow.
How dare they? Uh,
Um,
yeah, no, it's just a lot of like figuring shit out. Uh, yeah, man, we gotta get you on too, Christian. I don't know how uh excited you are to be on stream or anything, but you're more than welcome. I don't know if I've said that before. I still like I can't believe Voidwalker 4 is with people now too. Like I get to wake up to that every day, seeing more people get the book. It's a bummer because we should have been at cons all summer signing the fucking thing and hanging out with people, but that's life. Sometimes a global pandemic happens. It's like we've had a weird generation to exist in.
like my thing with this pandemic is it's a virus. You cannot control a fucking virus. And I'm sorry, but anyone that wants to get a vaccine, they can go and get a vaccine. That's fine for them. But here's my
Oh,
thing.
we're not
AIDS is a
getting into this
virus,
on here.
and you know how I feel.
We're not getting political on here. Yeah, AIDS
You
is a
know how I
virus.
feel. Yeah, and they don't have a cure for that. And if there's not a vaccine for that, why am I going to trust a vaccine that's made in a year?
Because Donald Trump said it was going to happen. Nobody will give him credit for that though, which I think is also hilarious.
No,
That dude,
they won't give him credit for anything good that he
I
did.
remember when that happened, he was like, "Trust me, we're gonna have a vaccine in a year." Like he was like saying crazy shit, like record time, like it's gonna be like no vaccine you've ever seen, and like really hyping it up, and everybody was like, "You can't fucking say that." Metatron's Cube, what's up? Shakes fist at cliffhangers. Oh, is that about Camp Rainbow? My bad, dude. Yeah, I mean that's like I said, that's gonna be on here, and I'm gonna put like more spoilery behind the scenes stuff behind the paywall on Patreon eventually, and trying to talk Ryan and Kevin into doing sort of like some tutorial stuff on there with the Camp Rainbow stuff where it'll be like behind the scenes, like here's how
Think
we're doing here's how we synthesize Spencer's fucking dumb ideas into cool shit. uh
I feel like it would make a good show though. And the more you talk about it, I feel like, yeah, do a comic for it, but it needs to be adapted into some kind of TV show, I would say.
oh yeah, we'll eventually be doing the image guys thing where we're just yelling at a camera for the Sci-Fi Network about how cool we used to be. uh Except for Todd McFarlane, who's like, I'm still fucking cool. uh yeah, it is fucking crazy. I still wouldn't have it any other way. Not gonna say the pandemic coincided with the Leviathan veil falling or anything, but I mean, the the barrier between worlds crumbled in Voidwalker, and then all of a sudden the world ended in real life. A little weird. Pretty powerful series. I think not enough people are reading it. Check out Voidwalker.
I got I got a freaking message right now on I'm not gonna put anyone's name out there. So someone posted something. It was this redhead girl in armor, and it's like, what's stopping you women from dressing like this? And I was like, the fact that I can't drink drink from my enemy's skull and carry around a broadsword legally. And someone messaged me and was like, you need to remove that comment off of the page. It's offensive.
Oh my god.
You know what? I just was like, I find your comment offensive. I
Yeah.
find your opinion offensive. Welcome to Twitter. I'm still not used to it. I just, God, Twitter's crazy. It is literally a dumpster fire. Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to warn you. I was like, try not to take it seriously, like at all. Oh, kick ass, dude. It hasn't popped up on here, but I just pulled up the stream on my phone for a second. Metatron's Cube said he got some of the signed Void Walkers that I signed the last time I was up with Pete. I gotta go do some more of those next time. And like when I'm at cons, just sign him while he's not paying attention. And put him in random stacks. Just to fuck with Pete. Yeah, no, I love doing that stuff. I was supposed to go up like last weekend or the weekend before, but me and Mike just keep getting busy when the weekend comes around, and Pete's busy as hell too, shipping out all those books. Yeah, it's going great though. Can't Kill Cade #1 is out. That series, again, same universe, whole different ball game, and it is so much fun. People are already really digging it, which is fucking awesome. Oh, Randy, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
Hi,
Yeah,
Randy.
we sort of got the seamless transition we wanted initially, just in reverse. Originally, Cade was going to come out first, and I'm should be finishing up the pre-launch signups for Hellseekers tonight. That'll be really bare bones, but you can sign up for that. I decided those head sketches I was doing for the Liberator, we're just gonna pop them in with the backer rewards. So if you sign up for that, you back it, you'll be getting a little head sketch in there. Just figuring out the best way to do that, like through email or whatever. That's the one thing Indiegogo doesn't have, is a very good messaging system. There's not like one built into the website. It's all just integrated to your email. Just got home. Well, welcome home. Nice to see you again. Said, hey, Kayla, as well.
Yes. I said, hi, Randy. That's
yeah,
why.
no, I know. We should be getting shirts in tonight or tomorrow. I got a notification that they're like in the area. Sometimes the UPS guy just skips out and comes tomorrow, so who knows? But the majority of the shirts will be here tomorrow. I still need to put the order in on the final screens and the ink, but then we can get to printing the shirts for the campaign as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta send you all the blank covers, which I'm supposed to pick some more up this week, so you can hand them out to the guys for commissions
Do you
or
know
whatever
when the
the case.
fuck that X-Men Legends book is coming out with Claremont and Booth and all of them?
I think I have the date for it saved in my phone. Give me a second. Let me look at my calendar.
Yeah, I need to look at that shit. In January, is it?
January. Yeah, it's January.
Yeah, January's 27th, X-Men 17. Is that the big one though? That's got like Claremont writing and shit.
Ooh. Oh my God. So Chris Claremont, I don't know how I missed this freaking article. I just like when I clicked on my calendar and I clicked on Chris Claremont's name, it took me to
Yeah,
the
no,
internet.
December,
So
the anniversary special. That's the one I'm thinking of.
So Chris Claremont, I guess like the other week, just gave tips on how X-Men should be brought into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and how it will involve Dark Phoenix. He said how he would do it.
What did he say?
I just got to the article right now. But he said that The key to the X-Men work is to return to the Dark Phoenix saga once again. It will come as a surprise to viewers who thought they'd seen enough Phoenix Raptors on the big screen, but there's a method to Claremont's madness. He said that Fox has attempted to tell their version of the Dark Phoenix saga twice in 2006, and then in this past year, the Dark Phoenix. The first was a disappointment to say the least, which one of the X-Men's most famous stories what the fuck? Regulated? I don't even know what that. I've never even seen that word before in my entire life, and this is coming from someone that reads a lot. To a subplot alongside an arc about mutant cure, it came close to killing off the entire film franchise. The second was a critical and box office failure, heavily adapted into reshoots to avoid being too similar to Captain Marvel, and it grossed just 252.4 million worldwide, the worst performing X-Men film of all time. In spite of that, though, Claremont still feels that the Dark Phoenix saga is the story to tell. Basically, he's just saying all the characters in the stories that Dave Cockrum and John Byrne and Paul Smith and I told, the surface and the structure have barely been touched. Yes, because they didn't do it fucking correctly. You would have to pull up this article's fairly long. If I read it, it's going to be going on forever. But
Oh, it's all good. We don't need to get into it right now.
basically, like I said, I feel that one of the most iconic storylines in the Marvel universe, like as far as comics go,
Oh
is
yeah,
the
you've
Dark
made
Phoenix
that
saga.
very clear.
I make it very clear. And he said the problem with all of the iterations of Dark Phoenix on screen is that it cannot be done effectively in 90 minutes because there's levels to the Phoenix shit. In order to do it correctly, I mean, if the Marvel Cinematic Universe is smart, they will do Fantastic Four. They will have an X-Men movie out. They will introduce like Phoenix, Fantastic Four, through her being found under the water in Jamaica Bay and so on and so forth, so I'm actually so glad. But he said that Marvel needs
Did
to
you
take a
back
tip.
Hammerella already?
No, Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Well, you told me to remind you the other day.
Yes, Wednesday. Wednesday is my payday.
I wanted to tell you too. I think I'm gonna do this one right here, the comic display. I think I was gonna buy one and have them do the Death Curse logo on it, and eventually, when we have stuff, I was gonna give it to you to put up at Nick's or Harrison's if they want it, and it'll
Yeah.
just have our books in it.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
I don't know if I can watch this stream. My mom doesn't like it when I hear bad words. Oh yeah, you definitely can't be in here.
I have the worst mouth out of all you guys.
Nick's great. Nick's our colorist on Can't Kill Cade, Kayla, and I haven't said it anywhere else, but potentially the new colorist on Hellseekers as well, guys. I was talking to
be
him
awesome.
about it the other night because things are picking up big time with all of the writing. And with the way people are going ape shit about Hellseekers, I think I'm gonna be too fucking busy to color it, letter it, and write the damn thing. Can't Kill Cade was insanely well received. People are really digging it. I
Are you ever gonna
love
go back
working with
and
Nick. He's
are you gonna
hilarious. What's up?
are you gonna ever go back and finish or do whatever with Cocaine Disco, whatever it was that you
I'd like to if the fucking artist would ever get back to me.
because
Handling
that
that
was
all.
great. That was a great little Ashcan you gave
Yeah,
me years and years ago.
we're still finally fulfilling a bunch of stuff with that because of legal obligations. We were in a fight with the printer that essentially fucking attacked Alterna. Like, I don't talk about that on stream because of all
Yeah.
the legal shit I went through with that for a while, but that book is buried until further notice. Yeah, there was still a couple people I needed to send shit to, but we were in talks with getting replacements from the printer until they fucking went bankrupt and disappeared. That was fun stuff. But yeah, Nick is a fucking kick-ass colorist, and hopefully we'll have him on board very soon. Kayla just completely disappeared. Anyways, Hammerella.
I'm here. I just was
Looking to get one of these fucking stands though for I don't know if you're at Nick's more now or what, but whatever shop you're at
I
more,
just I
maybe
just
we'll
kind
get
of just
two.
go I just go into the shops when I
Oh yeah, it's
kind
big
of,
yikes Metatron. Once
you
that's
know,
all like settled and everything and figured out, there'll be a day where I like go over it all, probably do a big video about it. But it was like and that's years back, dude. There's some people that haven't gotten that book from ages ago and it was a fucking mess. But like they got the digital. I've talked to all these people, they're cool with it. But holy fuck was that insanity.
Carl
Uh
said Carl's saying he wants health seekers like bad, and
fuck
I can
yeah, dude.
understand why. I mean, everyone that I've showed it to, it's had such a good response.
Carl, we
Even
gotta
when
get you
I
in
sent
here
it to
sometime.
even when I sent it to Ed Piska, remember he was like losing his
Yeah,
mind
that
for
was
it.
the funniest shit. Was we sent him one of the ash cans, for him and Jim each, and I got to go back and grab that sound clip. He was like, "2020 is year of the fucking Hellseekers, dude." He's like, "This is the best superhero book ever," and I was like, "Oh
I
shit!"
have it. I
And
saved
then
it.
he fucking went off against CG, like doesn't talk to Frege or anybody anymore, so he lost his fucking mind. But whatever. Yeah, Kayla, if you don't know already, Carlo Rowe, one of the dudes, has a fucking kick-ass book too called Death Sworn. You might have seen it on Twitter.
I think
But
I might have. I'm not sure. You
you
have to pull
you
it up.
you weren't on Twitter before he did, or you weren't on Twitter when he did his campaign. You came way later.
Yeah. I'm still figuring out Twitter, so
The Hellseekers pre-launch will probably be up tonight. Like I said, it got wiped from fucking Indiegogo because I was an
why?
idiot. I didn't realize it had a 6 month layover on it, and we ended up pushing it back and doing City of Rot first. So the 6 months was up, and it just deleted the pre-launch page. But I had saved everybody that already signed up for it, so they're in the MailChimp all saved and everything. We didn't lose anybody. But the pre-launch Metatron's Cube will be up tonight. I might be streaming later tonight as well, probably after Pete's open mic Monday if he's doing that. Stream. I'll try and get the pre-launch page up before then so people can start signing up. What is up, William C? What's up, dudes and B? I'm still at work. Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hellseekers is a team hero book in the Ransomverse that me and Vince have been working on. And over the summer, I think because of COVID and other shit, Vince wanted to just focus on doing his own little thing on the side. And he got hit up for a shitload of commissions. So we were like, all right, we'll pivot, which is the beauty of doing indie stuff. Vince wanted to do his little personal project for a little while and just like decompress and do some commissions. He did that. We
He works
started.
fast though.
Oh yeah, he's
So
insane. But
he
we
he's
started
he's an
lining up.
he works fast, he is very accurate with his artwork. So there's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like he
It's yeah, it's gonna be a kick ass. But I mean, the first 24 pages, what we did as the zero issue, is technically the opening to the story. So we
and
have 24 pages done.
he takes
Hang on,
criticism
woman.
really
Goddamn.
well too. So well, because I was
Oh yeah,
harping
no, I
on
know.
him
That's
for the
part
longest
of being
time
an
about
editor.
stuff, and he took criticism so good because I was like, "What's wrong with that hand?" I found like the littlest things
I'm
wrong with.
trying to explain to people and answer their questions, though. If you want to wait, and you can do your bit after. Uh, it's a team book, though, in the Ransomverse, so it takes place in the same universe as Can't Kill Cade and Voidwalker. Inevitably, you'll be seeing some cameo stuff down the line. I've reached out to some bigger guys about some crossover stuff. I talked to Frege about it a while ago, and he basically told me to write up a pitch, so I still need to do that. There's a lot of guys I want to work with. One of the biggest stretch goals of the Hellseekers campaign would also be the first annual we would do. So we'd essentially be doing the first Hellseekers issue, which I think would be 48 pages. We might go 64. do that first book, which is sort of introducing you to the team, them coming out of retirement, coming back in, us laying out the roadmap of the new villains, and a nice little story for these guys, or a nice little predicament for these guys to get through as a team as they learn to work together again. And then it's basically the groundwork for a fucking gigantic series. Like, Vince came out here and we laid out a good 5 years of stories for those guys, some including Voidwalker, Cade, some bigger stuff, but sort
A
of
lot of crossover stuff.
laying out a roadmap that it crosses over, but you don't necessarily need to read everything to know what's going on, which was our biggest focus, was making sure that the books stand on their own, and it's not like the Marvel way where we're trying to fucking fleece you for all your money. Not that, the Alterna stuff is too expensive or anything. You'll be able to get these things on newsprint for like $2 a piece inevitably, but yeah, Hellseekers is a really fucking big series with a lot of different characters, and we want to do it right and not rush it. So we've pushed it back a little bit. So 2021 is going to be the year of Hellseekers, and it'll be launching as we wrap up City of Rot, which is why I'm comfortable now. Like, we're closer to that. Everything's lining up nicely. We're not really having any issues. We'll be able to do the pre-launch signups and start promoting that on streams and collecting names again, so we can launch with even more signups on the next campaign. Because I really want to pack that book with just kick-ass stuff, and I really want to do that annual for guys like to be able to hire guys like Carlo Rowe, Narwhal, Ryan Wynn. I wanted to get on some stuff. There's some guys we already have on some stuff, some really cool writers lined up. Kayla's supposed to write a little short story for the annual. Mateus is doing short for the annual if we hit that funding goal. So there's a lot of cool shit. I reached out to a bunch of guys though. Like, I'd love to fucking do something with Ethan and the Cyberfrog stuff if he's up for it. We're just trying to make cool comics and fucking collaborate with other indie creators. Like, that's the thing. Like, you got some cool shit. Let's do it together. Like I told Dan, I think I have a solid pitch for a Black Flag Hellseekers crossover that fits in really nicely, and it's just an absolutely fucking ridiculous book. We also have a Hellseekers one shot that's sort of we've been calling them throwback stories that are sort of like jump backs to the golden age, these stories from a time before the Ransomverse was known. It's way back in the day when the Hellseekers were known as the Dead Patriots, and it's this story called Operation Phantom Ender, and Kevin did a kick-ass cover for it. We've actually posted it on Twitter before. It's this really cool balls to the wall, like, military action story. And it's a fucking heavy liberator story. And that's another one that I think is going to be a stretch goal on the first campaign. So we'll see what we hit and everything. But yeah, we're putting the feelers out. We're letting people know what we're about, and we're open to working with whoever and collaborating. If you make cool shit and you bring something to the table, and you're as tenacious as we are, we want to be making cool shit with you, obviously. And Frega's just a good friend. Like, he's helped us out greatly. He's doing a fucking variant cover on that first campaign, so
that I'm excited to see.
Yeah, we talked to him about it, and he was like, I just want to do one character. I don't want to do the whole team. And I showed him the lineup, and he was like, well, obviously I got to do the fucking Liberator because he's just visually a kick-ass character. So we're going to get a gnarly-ass Liberator cover from Dan Fraga, and that'll be the real
be sick.
choice limited variant for the campaign, which is just fucking awesome. We might have to get Yaki to color that one again, too, like he did the Darcy piece for our campaign. Excuse me. I want to get Carl on the show sometime too. Carl's fucking great. That beautiful Irish accent. He's a handsome Irish man and a fucking amazing artist and writer. Like one of my most anticipated books. I've said it a billion times, but Deathsworn is kick ass. Which reminds me, we'll look it up real quick. Because it's absolutely fucking awesome. I backed it real early on. I'm one of the almost 1,000 fucking people that backed the dude. Yeah, fucking this, like, I say this every once in a while, and that's like my fucking stamp of approval is like, if it looks like something I would write myself or like something that was just like written for me, like this book is at the top of that. Like, if Carl was ever like, I can't take all these writing duties, man, I would be outside his house ready to work. Hell yeah, William C. The normal one is a wraparound cover that Vince did a while ago. It's going to be getting recolored very soon, and I'm really fucking excited to unveil that one. I mean, pretty sure it's up on Twitter, so if you wanted to do some digging through the media tab of my Twitter, you'd find it eventually, like a year back or so. But we got a werewolf. We got a bunch of shit. I think I can pull it up on Dropbox in a minute. Finishing new cover colors tonight. It's been killing me. Yeah, that's exactly why I had to reach out to Nick for Hellseekers. Is like, I want to be able to not stress and keep everything running in line. Yeah, this is Kayla. Carl's doing like everything on this fucking book, and it's unreal. Do you have a letterer, or do you do your own lettering too, Carl? I'm not. Oh,
you'll have to send me the link on the side because I need to see what it's about.
Von's another dude that I'd love to get on the show eventually too, but I'm like, I don't know if Von even knows about me per se. I'm the most under the radar dude in this community. Like I went back on one of Dan's streams while back, and a bunch of people were like, Rooster, we thought you were dead. Like, not a good look. But yeah, I'll send you the link for this. Narwhal as well. God damn, dude, you're quite possibly one of the best looking campaign setups too.
I'm trying to figure out, is that girl an elf or a vampire?
Smoked everyone out of the water. They're like space vampires, if I remember correctly. It's fucking awesome,
cool.
Kayla. Like, yeah, I'll send you the link and everything so you can look through it yourself.
I love all the different tones of like red. That makes me think of Conan the Barbarian right there. Like the
that's his stuff is like the way he colors is like a fucking like I know
John Carpenter
Kurt
almost,
Russell
yeah.
and Carpenter movies are a big influence of this in general, but yeah, that like color palettes that shift with the scenes and everything, like
yeah,
he uses every facet of the medium to tell you a story. Like it's brilliant. I think that's what's really muddy and shitty about a lot of modern comics is like it's all one lighting tone, like everything looks the same. It's just a day or a night scene and all the lighting's always gonna be the same. Like that shit's boring as fuck. And it's like Carl's Carl's colors like run the gamut. Like
I love it.
it's
All the
kick
different
ass.
tones of reds
I'm
in
almost
that.
more excited for this too. The fucking black and white ash can. Like I'm
Oh,
really
that's
stoked for
sick.
that. Yeah, like
I actually really, so for me, it's like if it's in black and white and it looks good in black and white, then I'm like, all
yeah.
right,
If
follow
Carl
me.
wasn't so busy with his own shit, I would be like desperately trying to get him on a fucking Death Curse book. Uh, but you know, there's always next year. But yeah, this book, guys, if you haven't already, are you still in demand? Is this shut down now? Can you still get it? I think you can. Yeah, I think you can. Shit, yeah. So go check it out, guys, if you haven't already. That's kick ass. I wasn't completely sure. I'm still kind of like an IG idiot for some reason. Every time I feel like I'm like understanding it more. Lord, I'm blushing, Rooster. Oh no, Carl, you're great, man. I love the stuff you do. Huge fan. Von's easy, man. He's the best. Yeah, Von's a cool dude. I catch him on Clint's stuff all the time.
I'm gonna have to
Uh,
hop off soon because I have to cook dinner.
oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same. This was gonna be a short one, and
Yeah,
then like I said, I'll probably stream again later. After Pete's open mic night, or if he doesn't do it, I'll get on. Looking to ship first thing New Year, so I'll probably close soon. You heard it here, guys. Get
all
on
right.
that. Kayla, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, send me the link to that.
I know I got the copy with the ash can and everything. I don't remember if I grabbed the second copy or not. Because like I said, I have another account that I do it all on, so it doesn't like dox me when I check shit out on here.
I do. I have the same problem, but I either sometimes I use my account, other times I use my other account,
Yeah.
if that makes
My
sense.
secret account where
I have
I'm
my secret
registered as
account.
a woman. Oh, and another favorite of mine, Zaid. What is up, Phil? Good to see you, dude. These dudes have been fulfilling all fucking week.
They've
We
been
just
very.
gotta do like a roundtable night where we all chill and like formally introduce ourselves to all these dudes and have them on
I just want to
for
interview everyone about their stuff.
whiskey and
So,
chilling. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. We'll have to have them on. We wanted to do that, guys. We basically figured out a way we can do it in StreamYard because technically it's on my channel and everything. Uh, we can basically have someone on for an interview and Kayla will interview you. We can do it live. We can do it off air if you don't want to do it live. Do a little interview, hang out, and I back out. So it'd just be you and Kayla doing an interview talking about the book. And it's a little video that goes up on our channel that we'll be building a little playlist of the interviews over the time. She's already like she worked for a magazine for a
a
while
few
and
of them.
essentially
Yeah.
just for herself interviewing people at cons and stuff on the side
Yeah.
because this is what she's been into forever. And COVID.
I've interviewed quite a few people, quite a few big names. Like I've interviewed Ken Lashley, I've interviewed Mike Lilly, I've interviewed Rob Liefeld. I've interviewed
Yeah.
uh quite a few people. That's just three to name it. Then that doesn't even
I mean, she technically did a little one before the Frega v Malin fight, but yeah, she's gonna be looking to do more interviews on here. So we'll definitely have to get Zayd on just for one in general because those dudes are constantly doing. It would be good to line it up with the launch of Magic Cop 2 with them. The channel, you know, is steady growing right now thanks to all you guys. Oh, if you're not taking off your shirt, then we can't have you on. I'm sorry.
we had
This show is pure sex appeal and nothing else at all times. I do the lumberjack beefcake look. Kayla's the Bostonian babe.
I just do whatever. I don't even care. I'm like I'm
Jeff's
in my pajamas half the time.
Jeff, the boy next door.
But then if I do interviews, I'll make sure
And
I
Ryan's that
present myself
smoldery
nicely.
McConaughey one. And then Kevin is the mysterious one because he only shows up like 1 out of every 10 streams.
I think Kevin's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, Kevin is the best. Kevin is like a close friend, and he's another dude I haven't had the chance to meet. Like me and Beth were planning this summer to take a trip out to California to finally like meet those guys and hang out. And obviously COVID hit. The world, so many, the best laid plans of mice and men often go astray. Something like that.
I just wonder when the shit's gonna be done.
I don't fucking remember. Yeah, fucking. Does this microchip have Apple Pay? That's all I care about at this point.
Does this microchip have? Did you kick yourself off? Or
refresh the page like an idiot. I wanted to make it look like the government got to me. You're just cackling. The Salem witch in you coming out.
I'm so tired today. This weather has me feeling like blah.
It's funny because Phil said, all right, but I'm not taking off my shirt. And right before that, Metatron's Cube said, I'll pay whatever. And I read it backwards as if Phil said, I'm not taking my shirt off. And Metatron was like, come on, man, I'll pay whatever. Like, just peel that thing off. Yeah, this has been excellent. I think Pete does 9 o'clock. Anybody know if he's verified that he's doing that tonight? I guess I can look on Twitter. I guess I can jump into this dumpster fire real quick.
It is a dumpster fire.
Dudes, if you haven't seen it already, we uploaded a little Dan Slott video yesterday that I thought was fucking hilarious. Just because I'm an idiot. But you should definitely go check that out. Trying to see. I think Pete normally does 9 o'clock. It's 8 or 9 o'clock usually. But he's been jumping around depending on how he's been doing shipping lately. But we normally go live right after he finishes up. So if you're on Open Mic Monday, and or watching Open Mic Monday, when that ends, jet over here and we'll be going live. I'll try and get fucking Ryan to pop in potentially and hit up the dudes, see where everybody's at that time. But I'll be back and I'll actually do a sketch card at that point. And obviously, Kayla, if you want to hop back on tonight.
If I don't get too caught up in Skyrim.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's one of those days.
So productive. Oh, my God. Rob. Oh, yeah. That was the other thing we needed to hit on. We can't finish up
Wirehead, isn't it almost completely back?
Nice fucking try, Wirehead.
Isn't it almost completely backed?
Hang on.
Last time I checked, that's something I have to back this week, too.
I'll share screen right now. Because guess what, Kayla?
You're sharing audio.
Fucking funded.
Oh, it is! Congratulations!
Hell yeah. Mission accomplished on Operation Wirehead.
19 days left.
Yeah, they've got a shitload of time now, so they're just going to be sore, and they'll probably see a little bit of a boost from passing the goal now too, because that seemed to happen with us and like everyone else that I've seen. And then it gets like you get a boost, that boost will taper off
down a little bit.
And then if you're not promoting it, it starts to slow down. But we've been getting like a backer like every other day now, fairly consistently. And you know, we're mentioning it on here and everything, but like I said, it hasn't been the focus the last like week or so since we had gotten funded has all been about pushing Wirehead and Hammerella and trying to get these guys funded as well. So we're stoked that it happened for Rob and Mike O'Shea. It's fucking awesome, and now it's on to getting Hammerella done because that has way less time. It's got 6 days and I think about $500 to go. We'll check that out again one more time before we wrap up. But dudes, if you haven't already, check it out. There's some kick-ass merch. I believe I got the shirt and the book with the girlfriend. But there's tons of stuff. There's still commissions available from Rob. This fucking particularly, another dude I want to work with, Preston Acevedo. Dude is an absolute fucking monster. He did this piece for Wirehead,
That's
and
insane. I
you
love
can
it.
get the original for $300, which is a complete fucking steal for some of that guy's art. And they're just like crazy tight pencils. He can ink too, but he likes like the look of his pencils with colors and everything. And I like to agree with him. It looks really fucking cool. I don't
Yeah.
know if the full art is in here, but yeah, that
I love
shit
that.
is absolutely nuts. Definitely want to get him to do a piece for Camp Rainbow eventually, because the dude is a fucking monster.
All right, I gotta go start cooking because I'll be cooking until 9 o'clock at this rate. So,
What the fuck are you cooking?
um, a bunch of shit per usual. So,
You heathen.
yeah.
Hammerella is still at 11,559. That's not bad though. That's
That's not bad.
$441 away from goal.
So,
And I'll be backing it later, so it'll be about 400 away from goal after I back it for that display stand. So yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, the bell, all that good shit, so you know when we go live. And we'll be back later tonight.
more
Take
than
it
like
easy.
peace.